I want to introduce this next speaker with a quote from the famous Woody Allen.
I don't want to achieve immortality through my work. I want to achieve it through not dying. Although not dying may seem like a novel concept, through the pursuit of modern medicine, it is quickly becoming more and more of a reality. And as many of you in the audience are likely want to become doctors or go into medicine, the questions that this next student brings up will likely become more and more prevalent throughout your lives. To speak on these ethical questions through the concepts of modern medicine, please welcome Brian Hwang.
So many of us, as children, have once dreamt of becoming a superhero. You know, saving humanity from the world's evil. Sounds pretty awesome to me, right? Yeah. But, but as we start to mature, these dreams start to develop into fields of employment. You know, protecting justice as a lawyer, or saving lives as doctors. My dream has been to cure some of the most critical diseases known to mankind, as a neurologist. I mean, these neurologists spend day in and day out searching for this cure, the cure to that one notorious disease. And you probably know it's Alzheimer's. And that is what I'd like to talk to you about today. Now, don't worry, I don't want to bore you with facts about Alzheimer's that you could find with one simple Wikipedia search. Not that you should be using Wikipedia, but rather I'd like to introduce and propose an extensive controversy that may stem from this goal of curing Alzheimer's. As you may or may not know, Alzheimer's is a neurodegenerative disease, meaning that it is caused by the degeneration of our brain cells. I mean, if we look at a healthy brain and compare it with one that's suffering from Alzheimer's, you can tell that, I mean, the brain is literally rotting from the inside and out. It's really some gruesome stuff. And to cure a degenerative disease and cure someone who's already suffering from it can only be done through the synthesis of regeneration at a faster rate than the disease can destroy. But unlocking the ability to control the regeneration of our cells may just be the first domino piece to the rapid development of immortal cells, of eternal life. But, I mean, what's the controversy in that, right? I mean, who would want to take this marvelous, this medical marvel and apply it to every cell in our body so that we could live forever? Oh, who would do that, right? That was sarcasm, by the way. But if you're actually pondering this question, it's become evident to me that society today has come to the conclusion that there is glory in eternal life. I mean, just look at the superheroes that we have today. The Wolverine, who can regenerate in superhuman rates, and Superman, who's pretty much invincible. I mean, but what makes superheroes so glorious isn't their powers, their strengths. It's their ability to push the borders of death, to come to the brink of annihilation, keep us on our toes and on the edge of our seats, and come out the other side alive. Okay, so being a superhero, living forever, that sounds pretty great. I don't know what you're worried about. Well, I have three main concerns. The first, and as cliche as it may be, is the idea of a hierarchy. I mean, playing God. I mean, who is given the power to determine who gets to live forever and who doesn't? And for that person to have such power, that just gives them a monopolistic hierarchy, much like the deities of our monotheistic religions that we have today, or the leaders of a single-party state. And if you've been listening in history class, you will know that giving one person too much power can only lead to corruption. And then there are the side effects, the mental and the physical. I believe in inheritance. I believe in the human sciences, that we can predict patterns in human characteristics. And the second greatest fear in today's society is death, just behind the fear of public speaking. And that's why we don't inherently like to hurt people, because we know the fear of hurting others and being hurt ourselves. Take that away, and what are we left with? We're left with psychopaths, people who don't know how it feels to die, and people who are not empathetic to those who will eventually die. We're left with insanity. And then there are the physical side effects. We can't even swallow a pill without hearing about all the side effects. I mean, you know the commercials. Please visit your doctor if you experience headaches or nausea, death. Well, I'm just trying to take a painkiller here, please. But imagine changing the genetic material of our stem cells of every cell in our body. I mean, I'd like to say it'd be like cancer, the uncontrollable regeneration of cells that are dysfunctional. But we're not talking about dysfunctional cells anymore. We're talking about fully functional cells. We're talking about mutations. We're talking about extra limbs, extra heads, extra body parts. Ugh. Wait. Let's take a step back. We're talking about insanity and horrendous mutations. That doesn't sound like the characteristics of a superhero. That sounds like the characteristic of a villain. Am I right?
Yeah.
So maybe, perhaps, neurologists get it wrong. Because I don't believe that it's death that these patients fear most. The fear comes from the suffering, the pain that they, as well as their loved ones, have to go through. So maybe the cure to Alzheimer's, maybe the cure to dementia isn't the cure, but merely impeding the effects that it may cause. Giving the patients a normal life while they have it. Because, as Harvey Dent once said, you either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Thank you.